Hello, my creative collective. This is Into the Infinite. I'm Charlie, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, this is your reading for April 15th, and we have had a really great set of kind of an arc here, your own hero's journey this week, this arc of working through different issues, obviously coming to conclusions and healing them. But more than that, it's moving through things that you find important and that you value, which is not uncommon going into Taurus season on the 19th of this month and the Libra full moon on the 16th. Today, though, yesterday I felt this arc towards kind of letting something new in. You know, there were a lot of fives showing up in the reading, and it was kind of like this change, right? We're moving through this change this week. And what I really love about that energy is that it is facilitating the entrance of something new. So we'll see where this reading goes today, okay? I have my heart is very excited to see where this goes today. So I would like to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space, and I ask that it is a safe and brave space that allows for the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. Okay, let's do this, shall we? So, of course, your hero's journey dream oracle. We're going to start there. Spirit, can I get some messages for the Creative Collective for April 14th, please? And by 14th, I mean 15th. Oh my gosh. It's been a week, my friends. It's been a week. April 15th, Spirit. Oh goodness. Thank you so much. Friday, April 15th. You are invited. Suit up, show up, and open up. Yeah, this new energy. This new energy coming in. I could feel it yesterday. Like there was the cycle release, then there was the grieving, and then there was the really letting things in. The return, own your mastery. I don't so much get this as someone returning as much as you heading back home, right? Like you arriving back where you started this week, right? We're back at, sort of the end of the week, and it's like, how did we do this week? What was important for us to remember, right? How much good can you handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace. Oh, I love this card. The upward spiral of grace. What a way to end a week. Can I just say that? What a way to end a week. And I'm going to use the Muse Tarot here to clarify this hero's journey today as it relates to the week. This is by Muse. This is a Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. Spirit, can I please get some messages for my creative collective for April 15th? The Hierophant. This is you. Oh, my lovelies. This is where we started the week. We started the week in this energy. Remember you not being sure whether these were too big as shoes to fill, and now you're ending here. This is where you're starting today. Oh, this tells me that you stepped into it. You stepped into your power. You stepped into that. There's this sense of integrating value in what's most important to you. Oh, Spirit, I have so many goosebumps right now. This is truly beautiful. Seven of Swords. I'm going to put that back in. Whoa. Okay, maybe not. Sometimes you put it back in and Spirit's like, no. Okay. Both of these. Wow, Six of Pentacles and the Empress. Dang, that's beautiful energy. Seven of Wands. Eight of Cups. This came up yesterday or the day before, I think, as like the eclipse season. Something to keep in mind with the eclipse. A lot of that energy coming out in some of the readings. Ten of Pentacles. Three of Cups. The Chariot. There's a lot of healing in this spread. Six of Swords. Tower. Oof. Oh, Lovers on the bottom. And Sag, the Temperance card. And the World, too. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm taking these out and then I'm putting that back. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. But again, something new is here. Something new is on has arrived. Has arrived. Do you feel it? Do you feel it, my creative collective? Are you aware of this? This is big. This is a big deal. This alone, like this journey I feel like you took, this is again, I feel this is like hermit wisdom on here, right? Like you're stepping into these shoes that you thought were too big, and then I feel like you're in this place. You become the Hierophant, you become the teacher, you become the healer. And that is a light that you're shining for others. And you're able to see who's taking things you took for granted before and who's taking you for granted. You can see it all clearly now, right? You're just in this empowered place. And I think that this is kind of a call to I'm hearing a call to adventure, to a boundary adventure. Now, what the energy that I'm reading, when I say that, what I mean is that now that you have your worth established, now that you understand your power, you're standing in your power, you're understanding what authentic power means, you're integrating the lessons from the cycle that has ended. You know, the World is here on the last card. And I do believe that that is a cycle that is ending, right? So I feel like this is telling me that you're integrating this wisdom in a way that is not only filling your cup, it's not only clearing your mind, it's not only clarifying what you need to know. I think it's also, this was the balance card from yesterday or the day before, Six of Pentacles and the Empress. So it's like you're stepping into this Empress power, right? This is almost like a reminder of where you came from, to say, don't forget that balance and how that felt. Don't forget that bliss and how it felt to step into those shoes that you thought were too big for you, and to say, no, they fit just fine. They fit just fine. You know, and I think that the arrival of that opportunity is reflected. This reflected your value back to you. And you're just like, yeah, I have the entire universe encoded within me. That's a card from something. That's a card. It's probably from a channel. I feel like it's probably from Soulful Revolution channel, something like that. The entire universe encoded within me or within you, something like that. Holy crap. That's amazing. I couldn't tell you what card, but oh my gosh. That's funny. But I feel like you have it all within you and you recognize that. And that's what allows you to move forward, right? I see in this card, I see Earth. I also see Saturn. And there's almost these like parallel or multiverses within. So like these here, like these little bubbles. So they call them bubble universes. As like parallel universes is what they can be considered. So it's almost like these parallel universes that are starting to come together and integrating wisdom within you into your heart center. And that is really allowing you not just to step into your power, but also to step into this beautiful energy that is connected and grounded, but also elevated too. So that's fantastic energy for you to be in. And I feel like there's a sense of like, you understand your boundaries now. You understand your boundaries. And I get that this is a way of, it's almost like this is like a North Star for you now. Like there's a way that you can embody, you've embodied the boundaries in a way that you can feel when someone's like tripped up your alarm system, when someone trips it up, right? Like you're thinking to yourself, well, oof, I don't know, like it feels kind of shaky, like, but there's a way that you've integrated it through solar plexus and sacral chakra work. And that's really allowed this to be kind of like your North Star. You've realigned your boundaries. And I think that it's allowed you to go in a direction that actually is emotionally fulfilling to you. Again, solar eclipse energy. I think it's going to be really important to make note of not only when, the date is escaping me, but I think that the solar eclipse of the Taurus and Scorpio lunar and solar eclipse kind of dance that they're doing this year is, I think that this is going to be really important for you, not just broadly speaking, but in terms of emotional fulfillment. And I also get not just the beginning of new relationships, but I'm also getting this shift in the way that you do them. There's a shift in the way that you do things. Like these parts and pieces are moving, but I'm understanding that they're settling down in a place that will be their new home for a long time, if not the rest of your life. Whoa. Yeah, I'm just picturing like when someone sets up a shed somewhere, right? And it's a huge shed, let's call it like a workshop on like a plot of rural land, and they have to move it. They only move it one time, right? It's either there forever or they move it one time. It's not something that you can just pick up and move all over the place, right? It is a process to move. So I almost feel like you're moving this emotional workshop that you have in your, figurative internal yard, your inner landscape, and you're moving it, and that's going to be the place. And it's moving because of all of these parts that you've moved around, right? You're invited though. Suit up, show up, and open up. Open up. Like that is I knew, I had this feeling that there was something new coming in through this energy for you. And I think it's going to be opportunities. I think it's going to be, I get that you're like coming back home to yourself too, the return, own your mastery. I think this for me is like you returning, 1111 was on the time. This is like you returning home to yourself, and you're loving what you're surrounded by and what you see, right? And that how much good can you handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace. Yeah, the upward spiral of grace. So freaking beautiful. I get that from this card, if I'm being completely honest with you, because there's some like spiraling here, right? The little spiral. I don't know if you can see it fully, but it's just a little bit of one. And I get the impression off of this card that it's like the upward spiral of grace in terms of how much good you can handle. Like what are you envisioning for yourself? What have you envisioned? How are you using creative visualization and manifestation? Have you thought about what you want your highest and best good to be? And then have you really considered that it may just be on your doorstep? It's that 3 feet from gold that I keep hearing. And the reason why I say that is because the 10 of Pentacles is here with the 3 of Cups. So it's like, you're going to have choices. But all of them, what if all the choices you had led to fulfilling ends? And I'm not talking about choices in people. I'm talking about choices like you're going to have projects. You're going to have people that come into your life. You're going to have possibly a relationship from what I'm seeing on this side of things here. You have meaning, you have values. All of these things are aligning. All of them are aligning and aligning wonderfully too. Yeah, it's this forward momentum. I think this came out up here in one of the spreads this week, but now it's further down, and it's like that it's the next step on the journey. It's part of that, this moving forward, now that you know how you want to do things, in terms of your make shit happen energy, right? Your make shit happen vibe. I think that you understand how you want it to work now. So Hierophant is Taurian energy. This is also second house energy. This is a lot of financial stuff too. So this is like financial things. Like it's financial is just the broad brush that we're painting with, but Taurian things can be related to values and what's important to you, right? And also sensual energy, which I'm kind of seeing more towards this side of things, if I'm being completely honest. 10 of Pentacles though can be like, there's like, when you think of a lush garden, it's hard not to think of like sensuality, right? Just the scent and the scent of flowers as they bloom, and the way that they look after rain and water clings to them. Like it's a very sensual place to be. So I think that that's sort of that lush garden that you're kind of uncovering within yourself. And then what it's also doing is that sensuality, the Empress energy, right? That sensuality is opening up your, I guess, channels and your ability to understand like how much good can you handle, right? That's kind of spilling over into this, not so much spilling over, but it's really like you're opening up here creatively and with work stuff, and you're also then able to open up to love. And that's, I have goosebumps. Like that's just really beautiful energy. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful energy. My creative collective, what is going on here? So then you also have the Six of Swords, which is you kind of understanding what you want to move away from and what you want to integrate, which this was in the first reading this week, I believe, or the second, related to integrating that inner child wisdom. Now, the reason why I have pretty high faith that you did, and this is kind of kicking off a new cycle for you, is that the Six of Swords is a card of moving away, number one. Number two, it can also mean travel. So this travel or like moving. So this could be you moving physically, moving emotionally, moving away, right? So for me, this is an energy of motion, but motion in a way where you're moving the shed for that one last time, right? You're moving the shed once in its existence, and this is the time that you're moving it, and you're relocating in some way. It could be the return. You're coming home you're coming home within yourself. You're coming home to another person. You're coming home to a project. You're coming home, right? There's a sense of you arriving. But like I feel like there's like a coming back home. That's what I keep hearing. And the Tower is here, but I think this is you. The thing I find that's so interesting about this Tower is that it's not that you're like shaking the ground beneath other people, not because you're disrupting them or anything like that, but this is you. Like I'm hearing like the electric potential of your creativity and your sure-footedness now, your steadiness now, because 1616 on the time, because who you are, where you stand, where you stand, right? And this is almost like you uprooting the foundation of that initial shed. I don't know why the shed analogy is coming to mind, but you're taking this one little piece of stability right here, this one little piece of it, and that's where you're going to build the foundation of your life. And I don't get that it's something that scares you. I think that it's actually something that you anticipated and that you're stepping into and integrating. Yesterday there were so many fives with the changes, so I feel like it's like this thread of change and worthiness all coming together. I feel like I'm watching a movie of your life. And I'm not going to lie, I really like how it's ending right now. I like how this new chapter's starting. I really do. I'm a big fan of this. I mean, yeah. Compliments to the writer spirit. I'm just saying. And the reason why I say that something new is coming in regarding love is the Lovers are here. This is also a choice, right? But this is fantastic romantic energy to me. Because I find that once you go through changes, you can start to open your heart, not just to new opportunities in work or career or creatively, or with creative projects, I should say. It means that your heart is not only open to other things, but it's open to recognizing frequencies that resonate with its healed state, with its healed place, with its healing resonance, right? And I think that this is a beautiful choice, and you've made this choice. It's one that you made. My creative collective, you made this choice. And I don't think it's one that you're really that upset about. It's balanced. This is also Sagittarian energy. So the Lovers is Gemini energy, which is the third house. So to me, it's a choice, but it's also communication and choices that you're making about how you communicate. It's Mercury energy, right? And the Temperance card is Sag, and this is all about balance, also expansion. I get this to mean, in this sense, more of the expansion of your inner world. This is Jupiter energy. I don't know if I said that or not. So it's almost like this is like expanding you into a place of being able to receive love, because, the Tower and Lovers, it could also be that someone sees where you're at. Someone sees that you're a lighthouse and goes, oh yeah, that's somebody that I want to be with. Because when you understand your worth, your world aligns to that understanding, and it allows people to find you, because if you're not busy putting up with specific nonsense or whatever, your energy is more free to shine. And I almost get that that's what's happening here. I'm smiling so much for you, my creative collective, really. And then you have the world on top of it all. Why not, right? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You're on top of the world. That's what I'm feeling, is like you're on top of the world, and you're integrating all of these, that you're integrating two different polarities and two different sides of yourself, and you're just doing it beautifully with such grace and ease. That's it. That's the reading. Okay. No, I'm kidding. It just feels like that's amazing. And like you have this sort of moving away energy clarified by all of these major arcana, which tell me that this is a new cycle beginning that is going to be foundational. Like I said, you move the shed once, right? Foundational. So the world is Saturnian energy, which is Capricorn in the 10th house. And this was originally associated, though, with Aquarius in the 11th house. So there's kind of a blend of how it can show up. Temperance is Sag in the 9th house. The Lovers is Mercury in the 3rd house. And the Tower is Mars energy. So it could be, and Mars is Aries energy. So the Tower could mean, it just could be that there's something that was activated during the Aries new moon that was sort of a new beginning in weight, I guess you could say, a new beginning in weight. Like you had to go become the Hierophant and the Hermit. I almost see the Hermit in this card too. Like you had to go become those things before you could understand or see these other aspects, before you could see them, right? Yeah. Before you could see them. I'm going to get Spirit to clarify this eclipse energy, at the very least, just to give you a kind of energetic preview of what's to come and like how that may all play out for you. Okay, so we're going to dive in here. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I feel like giddy almost. I'm like super giddy for you, my creative collective. Okay, so this is, I'm clarifying with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Yeah, this is like exactly how I feel right here. I'm like, ooh yeah, this is going to be good. And just so that you know, my dear creative collective, at some point in the future, I will be extending the reading. So I will essentially cut it here and then go into an extended reading that you can pay for if you wish, just as a way to make the channel more sustainable. And it will really just go right back into the cost of maintaining the YouTube channel and website and everything related to being able to continue to do this. So I'm very excited for that possibility, and I look forward to you joining me there. But I will say it's not happening for a bit yet. So, and there will be tons of free content on the channel still. Do not kid yourself. So here we go. Spirit, can you please clarify this new love coming in? And I'm getting, the way I'm seeing it here is like, because you chose, remember we had the 8 of Pentacles, as the other way that you could do this work, which was more exhausting, right? My cat would like to go outside, but I'm going to finish this thought first. It's kind of a more exhausting way to go about working with things. And this is you in the flow with your own energy, and being in the flow is what brings in all of this relationship and love energy, like love energy and new cycles. Oh, so damn good. Okay. Spirit, can I get you to please clarify this Chariot here and this new love? Can you tell me a little bit about this new love coming in? Whether it's a new love for work, a renewed love for what you do, for creative projects, contracts, lay it all on us, Spirit. Thank you so much. Yep. I get this as being used, so I have the 10 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. You're almost looking at everything that's happened, and you're like, yeah, this is what I don't want. Now I know what I do want, so I'm going to go focus on that. And that's where you're kind of getting that forward momentum. And then in terms of you as the Hierophant here, and this like Hermit energy, stepping into stepping into the shoes that you didn't know you could fill, and then the 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. So it's almost like this celebration of you getting it. Like it's almost like the universe is like celebrating you, right? Like that's Spirit being like, here's a little gift. Here's a little gift. And I see the full moon in their hands. I'll show you here. So it could very well be that there's something to do with the full moon in Libra where you're going to have this relationship rebalancing coming in, or at least showing its face. And I don't think that you'll be able to ignore it, right? I don't think you'll be able to ignore it. And in the best kind of way. Like, why would you want to, right? So, Spirit, can I get some clarification here on this 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups, please? Thank you. Death. Yep. That's the transformation piece, right? Death and Hermit. Honestly, that's the second time that the Hermit has clarified the Hierophant this week. So you have the wisdom, like finding the wisdom of the transformation that's taken place is really what's unlocking this for you. And even if that's the only thing that happens, it will have made everything worth it. Even if romance comes later, even if it's not on your doorstep. But I like, side note, you can't see I'm putting my hand by my mouth to like whisper to you as though you can see my face. But the Hermit is here to say that there's so much wisdom in what you've gone through. There's so much wisdom in the journey that you've taken, and this renewed sense of self that you have. This, I'm hearing like reinvigoration, this return, right? Spirit, can you please clarify this kind of being able to see people who might want to take advantage coming and balancing in this wonderful Empress energy? So much healing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This was on the split. So much healing. My creative collective. Do you have love coming in? I feel like you really do. I feel like you really, really do. Ace of Cups is here. Spirit, can you clarify this kind of knowing your boundaries and being able to see better? Are you talking about seeing love, seeing relationships, seeing your success? I think you're seeing your success clearly. Yeah. And it's giving you a real sense of enlightened awareness about not only where you stand, but where you want to go, right? Because you can't go where you need to be or want to be until you know where you are. And I think that this was a process of better equipping you with the tools to see where you were standing so that you could then propel forwards towards where you wanted to be in the Chariot energy. 100%. Spirit, can you clarify this more, please? Thank you. Yeah, more boundaries. Is there a defensiveness that we need to work through, Spirit? Oof. Maybe a little bit. I'm getting a little bit. 7 of Swords and Knight of Swords. Is this defensiveness about people or energy? Okay. I think it could be about defensiveness. I think there's just a sensitivity to some of the past. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of, this is like, when I see this card, I think about this sort of gossipy energy, and like not gossip in a horrible way, but it's almost like there's this sensitivity to what people might say from your past with how you've changed. So there's a hesitation not to step into it, but to feel proud of it and to feel like you're stepping into your own. But there's so much clarity that it makes it like a moot point. Yeah, it makes it like a moot point. This kind of sensitivity about it. Interesting. Okay, so around the eclipse, the solar eclipse, I'm getting some travel. 8 of Wands is also communication, so it could be communication or travel. Yeah. Traveling to an Aries or somebody, like a passionate new beginning. If not an Aries, could be a fire sign, could be an entrepreneur, could be that boss energy, could be someone that you just see as the Emperor, someone who's like really stable and knows what they want, but doesn't have to wear it on their sleeve because they have all of the King energy in them, right? I've seen, the Empress is here too. So I feel like this could be your divine counterpart that you found along the way. It could be masculine energy that you found along the way. Yeah. New beginning, though. I like the looks of that. And the Ace of Cups is here, too. It's 2 aces. I had a feeling. I was like, yesterday I felt the vibe of like the aces are going to show up. The aces are here. That's how I really feel. Spirit, can I get some clarification on this pile of love, this little love pile we have going on here? Thank you so much. Magician. Yeah. You are powerfully manifesting right now. This is you, like, way in your energy. And not in a way that's disconnected either. This is also Mercury energy. So this really does give me the kind of inkling that there's going to be some, I want to say, I'm hearing higher level communication, and not like high level as in like we're doing it in like we're having a chat, but in space, like in the astral plane. I'm getting that it's more so about you engaging in a way that's more enlightened given where you've been and where you can be. Yeah, the star, healing energy. The star just came out on this. Yeah. I feel like you're understanding that you can manifest a whole lot differently when that pattern of this pattern is healed. And I think it's also like if you are trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. I think about those children's toys, right? So like even with like, let's say this candle, okay, it burnt down to the bottom, but this candle, let's say I tried to put it into a square. Oh, the light went out again. Let's say I tried to put this into a square, right? And it just didn't fit. It wouldn't fit because it's not the same thing. It's a value thing, right? So I almost feel like there's a thing that you're learning. I don't know why I needed to pull the candle out to show you. But anyway, I'm like, ugh, that can sound so patronizing. Sorry if that did. It was not how I meant it to. But what I'm seeing here is there's like a reestablishment of what's important to you and what you value. So the Empress energy is available to the Emperor when that Emperor shows up because the value work has been done. Like you're very clear, right? You're clear, not just about boundaries. And the other thing too is it's hard to set good boundaries for ourselves. It's very hard to set good boundaries when we're not in a place of, it's hard to set good boundaries for ourselves when we are not in a place of understanding our power, when we are not in a place of not just not understanding our power, but like when we don't know what's important to us, it's really hard to establish boundaries. And it's also really hard and it's really difficult for us to attract matches to those values because we're so busy just letting others run over them that how can you possibly establish something that wouldn't feel bad because you're in that frequency of not really honoring your boundaries or yourself in the process. Yeah, there's some imbalance that was at play. You could have felt like you were juggling priorities, but I feel like this is definitely behind you. That's the truth. Another ace. So we have the Ace of Wands, Cups, and Swords. Spirit, can you please clarify this new love coming in after the end of a cycle on the Empress and the Six of Pentacles? Devil. Okay. Devil isn't bad. I get that. For me, the devil is more so you're kind of breaking the chains. And this is just like, I'm getting this as just like a reminder. Like, just remember, you had to take the chains off of you right here. All these chains. You had to take the chains off of you for it to work. Yeah. You had to work through the stuff that you couldn't see. And that was the Tower. And that's why new love can come in. Page of Cups. So I had the Devil, and then I had Moon. And then I had the Tower. And this is where it's almost like the Page of Cups comes in. And I feel like that is the Tower. Right? That is the Tower. Because you're standing in your power now. You're standing in your power now. And I think that that's how love can resonate with you. That's how you recognize it. And it can recognize you. And not just standing in your power like the banality of it. I'm talking about really connecting to what's most important, but also how how it's most important as well. If that makes any sense. It's not so much a why, but it is a rearticulation of what it is about you that deserves good things. And that's the other component here that's at work, right? Yeah, what is it about you, your confidence, that makes you deserve good things more than confusion and feeling lost and disconnected? Because we can love in that way too, right? We can definitely love in that way. It's a disconnected love. It's one that isn't really fully with us, and like it's okay. It's like meh, like it's not really like it's meh. Like you can still be excited. Like, I've had experiences where like when I was in my 20s, sex was okay, but the relationship wasn't like meh. It was just okay. And that's not, you don't want something like that, right? And the reason why I say like there's like a meh energy is the Four of Cups from yesterday, but then also the Hierophant here today. And just that feeling of like, you really had to climb the mountain a little bit. It wasn't a big one. Like it was, let's not make mountains out of molehills kind of idea. But it was one that you had to go on this little tiny bit of a journey inward And then it ended up being a whole ass transformation. Yeah, it ended up being like this big ass transformation that you really started to understand the dynamics of. Spirit, can I get clarification on this past and that little bit of sensitivity here? Just that little bit, whoa, just a little bit of sensitivity here about the past and, you know, how we carry shame, or how people have gossiped about stuff and just kind of engaged in some perhaps nonsense while we've been doing healing work. How do we manage this? How do we balance the energy? What came out? Oh, interesting. Okay, so those were up. Oh. Okay, so I had some in backwards. So we're just going to flip those around and then reshuffle it all. It's been a long day, my friends. It's a long week, I should say. And not long as in bad, just long as in like, it's been a week. Who isn't excited for Friday, right? A Friday, I should say. Oh my gosh, there's the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. You know what? Is this? I'm getting the feeling, so, okay. I'm getting the feeling that this is about you just continue, don't mind, this is like you minding your own business, right? Your new start, this fresh start, this new opportunity, these new opportunities, these new things, these new projects, contracts, clients, relationships, opportunities, they're all going to come in because you have this ability to throw yourself into your work. And I think that is what is kind of keeping you on track right now, because that's one thing that makes you happy no matter what. Typically that could get really toxic, but I think given this stuff here, it's like you've articulated these boundaries, but you're like a little bit worried about past stuff, past situations, past people, things that people in the past might have said. Instead of really dipping into that and letting it turn into an Eight of Swords, you're way better off just to, you know, use that wonderful, I don't know if you have Capricorn placements that are prominent, but I think that this is just a call to focus on that. You do you, boo. You do you. The new stuff is going to find you. Don't you worry. Don't worry. The new stuff will find you. And that may sound creepy, like it's going to come. No, I mean, like it's on its way, but in a good way. Let me just make tarot sound really super creepy, okay? Yeah. Anyway, so this eclipse energy, I'm very intrigued because I'm getting some specific travel messages to a fire sign or related to a fire sign. It could just be related to Aries energy. It could be something that you planned now, you're planning now. But keep in mind too that this can also be messages that are coming in about something that you will be able to really fully realize with this Emperor energy within you. You can't really see it. You could be embarking on a project that will allow you to step into this Emperor energy within you. And that's where you're going to step into a new sense of passion for what you have to do. And I think that it will shake things up a little bit, but not substantially at the solar eclipse. Yeah. I think that's going to be a big deal. Yeah. Big deal right here. That inspiration, though. It's going to be a big deal. Spirit, can I get just one clarification card on this Ace of Wands, please? And this solar eclipse energy that we're getting with some shifting happening. Definitely new contracts. This is the 1111 card in the tarot. This is also new contracts. This could also be weddings. So some of you could be getting engaged. Some of you could be, I'm hearing embarking upon the adventure and relationship of a lifetime. So that's for somebody, which is, that's like really beautiful. And I think that here, what I'm seeing here is I really see you. It's almost like I'm getting this sense that you're finally letting yourself be happy. My creative collective, whatever projects you're starting. I really love this energy for you. You're finally letting yourself be happy. Yes, that's what we want. That's what we want. Yes. Can I just get a few more here to clarify on this beautiful spread, Spirit? This is phenomenal. Okay. 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. It was worth the wait, is what I'm hearing. It was worth the wait. Okay. Okay, Creative Collective. Okay. So, like, it was worth the wait, is what I heard. So we have the 2 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. But then you know why it was worth the wait? Let me enlighten you. The Empress came out, clarifying that. And the Empress is the Emperor's counterpart. So I feel like you will have met your match in person, like for a relationship, or you will have met your match for a career that you're going to really be able to set some roots down in. You're going to be very clear about this. It's going to be something you truly and really do value. Beyond that, it's going to be something that you find emotionally fulfilling, and it's going to inspire the absolute shit out of you. But it won't scare you. Wow. Oh, the light went off again. This is kind of interesting now. Ugh. I'm not even hitting it. It's like a little button. You can't, I don't know if you can see that. Maybe not. But it's a little button that's like on and off. And it just keeps going off on its own. The button is like down. It's over here on the floor. And I'm not touching it, so. Yeah, these are really great energies. Thank you so much, Spirit. This was beautiful. Okay. Now, because of the love in this, of course, I'm going to pull love cards because I'm nosy. So I'm going to pull from the Journey of Love Oracle by Alana Fairchild. This deck was also illustrated by the same artist that does this deck. So the Hero's Dream Journey Oracle. I happen to love it. His name is Rasuli. Very good, very good. Okay. Spirit, can I get some love messages for my Creative Collective, please? Thank you so much. I just have like the biggest smile on my face. This energy is so nice. Like if some of you guys who watch this, I know that there's like the number is increasing. But let me tell you, if there is marriage, that would be amazing. I really hope that for you. If that's what you want, it's just beautiful energy. I'm hearing the whole package and then some. Just putting it out there. She loves. Heart of the moment. I'll hold these up for you. Heart of the moment. We also have loving all that is. I almost feel like this is the energy that you're in at this Libra full moon, and it just calls in something juicy. The communal dance. Yeah, there's like a way that you're engaging in community or with others, and it's like, it's magnetic. Like, Spirit, can I get some messages from a Creative Collective for April 15th with this journey of love that they're taking? Be it related to career or romance, creativity. Thank you so much, Spirit. Gifts received. Of course, why wouldn't it be on that? And then we have ethereal touch. Okay, so gifts received. And ethereal touch. Like, look at that. That's so beautiful. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So we have she loves, heart of the moment, loving all that is, the communal dance, gifts received, and ethereal touch. I get the impression that you're going to see this person. So this is where like this is you right now, I'm getting, right? This heart of the moment. So she loves heart of the moment and loving all that is. This is you in just in your own energy. And like, you're at the point where you're like, you know what? Whatever happens, no matter what comes. And I'm just happy for all of it anyway. I'm grateful and happy for all of it regardless. Also some mirroring here. This is quite interesting. So this could be twin flame related. There's a 61 card here and then 16. So it's almost like it's a mirror of itself. So 16 and 61. Actually, yeah, there we go. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, then you get into this, like, it's almost like you start to this communal dance, right? One of the cards this week talked about dancing with life. I think it was the Trip the Light Fantastic in the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. And I'm getting that, like, there is a way that you're starting to dance with life again and dance with energy more so. So you're kind of working with energy in this really beautiful and graceful flow. You're just really in an element that isn't just your element, but it feels like you're finally understanding what people meant when they would talk about 5D, is what I'm hearing. And then gifts received is like this person or a situation or a contract or job just plunk drops in your lap, right? It was really close to the Ace of Pentacles, which doesn't surprise me. And then the ethereal touch, and it's like everything comes together. You just feel your life is embraced by an energy that you didn't realize was around you, one, and two, there's a sense of spirit in every with spirit has a hand in every little thing that's happening right now, and you feel that. And this could also be how you feel about your partner or person. Like if this is a romantic relationship, like I pulled from the romance oriented deck. So like, well, I should say the journey of love. So there are romance elements. This could be the way you feel when a partner touches you, like just, something as simple as like, just like grazing your arm or just putting their hand on your arm. Just basic little touch things, 4646 on the time. It could be that it feels transcendent because you are able to feel the energy between you. This can also be the way that, you're touched by the extensions of love from others, by people extending all of this beautiful energy towards you, and you're feeling immense gratitude, right? Ethereal touch doesn't just have to mean touch that's like sensual or sexual in nature. It can just mean that you're touched, you're deeply moved. You're very moved by the way the world is shifting around you with these cycles that you're completing and moving through. So I'm going to pull from the Miracles Now deck. This is the Miracles Now deck by Gabrielle Bernstein. Okay, these two. When I honor my feelings, I find my power in powerless situations. I feel like that's been your journey. This is like the story of this week is the story of this cycle for you. When I honor my feelings, I find my power in powerless situations. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I am ready to receive love. Like, I can't make this up. Creative Collective. What is happening here? I have the biggest smile on my face. I'm so excited for the people for whom this resonates. Like, dang. Please send me an invite to your wedding. Spirit, can I please get some clarification here? This is the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection deck by Mike Dooley. Can I just get some closing guidance here for my Creative Collective? Your cup runneth over, Creative Collective. Your cup runneth over. Love is never in vain. When you finally see that what this whole time-space thing is all about, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and you're going to be so, so, so happy you loved as much as you did. Oh, God. This is so beautiful. I wish that I could, maybe you can pick up on the energy of this. I'm a freaking mush right now for this reading. Marshmallow. Start where you are. I think this is about being present, being very present this week. And that is really, it's not that you're going to have things unlocked to you and love is going to be like, knock, knock, you've done the thing. So now you get a cookie. Like, it's not like that. It's definitely not like that. I think that this is more being present is what's going to help you stand in your power. And starting where you are means being as present as possible in this moment in time right now and not living in your head or somewhere else. And it's standing in the power of the magician and manifesting in the present moment, right? That's how you bring in things to you that that come from a healed place. It's how you bring things to you, I should say. It's how you bring things to you that are in alignment, not just with where you've been, but where you want to go to, right? And I almost get Mars energy off of this. I should say Mars, not Smars. Oh my gosh, yes. Do you know the planet Smars? It's one of my favorites. Start where you are. I'm getting Mars energy, which is Aries energy for me, and that could be kind of related to the Aries full moon, Aries time. I feel like this is kind of a call to just be right now, to be and just let things fall into place as they will. Flow. You know what? Let's pull some chakra cards here because why not? Why not? Why not? Spirit, can I get some messages? Grounding again. Yeah, this is big this week. I am anchored into my physical existence, and I resonate in perfect harmony with the physical world. I am of the earth as I am of heaven. I root down and yield to the world around me. I connect with the life-giving energies of the earth and lovingly release lower vibrations to Gaia to be transformed. Well, bam. Grounding. Can I get one more here, Spirit? Intuition. I have intuition and I know how to use it. I trust my intuition. I listen to my inner visions, imaginings, messages, and sense of knowing, allowing my intuition to guide me. I release the need to know and allow my intuition to develop at a pace that's right for me. I am guided, definitely. And I think that that's this start where you are, right? Letting things flow. Let them flow. I know I have Aries and Mars and I'm like, bleh, when it comes to stuff, sometimes I'm like, but are you sure? Are you sure that I don't need, you don't need help, Spirit? Right? Like, it's almost laughable. It is almost laughable. And I've almost made like a caricature of it in my head of myself. Whoops. Whoa. Okay. Several things just happened. The sacral chakra card just went flying out and it was like this jolt of energy. So self-worth. I am worthy. I listen to my needs and desires and honor myself. I give myself time, space, and loving kindness that I need to make manifest all that I am. I discover my true self by going inward and becoming my own best friend. I nurture. Wow. That's some Empress energy right there. And then this came out as kind of an aside, and this feels kind of twin flamey to me. So if you are on a twin flame journey and you see yourself in this reading, Unity came out because why wouldn't it, right? I see the unity and harmony within the polarities that I am experiencing and choose to align with the center point of balance, harmony, and love for one and all. I open to seeing with fresh eyes a more balanced perspective. The truth of this matter lies between the polarities within which I am resonating. I unite. I'm smiling even brighter because I feel like sometimes Spirit's like, for those of you who are on this kind of journey, select this one. And like, it's not even a pick a card reading, but it's like, wowza, is it ever there? Amazing. Amazing. My creative collective. This is beautiful. Do you feel it? Do you feel the energy? Something's shifting. This Libra full moon. Let me tell you. Well, I feel like Spirit's like, no, let me tell you. How much good can you handle? I feel like that's what I want to title this reading. 5353 was just on the time. How much good can you handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace. All right, my daily creatives. I will leave it here. If this resonated for you, please feel free to like and subscribe. It helps me to grow the channel and to continue to do this tarot channeling, bringing you spiritual guidance, focusing on that through a creative lens and your creative awakening. So if you want to connect with me through other ways beyond these daily readings, you can do that. There's playlists on the channel that you can check out, different videos I put together, and it'll just allow you to navigate the channel a little bit easier. And if this is where we part, though, I do hope that you have a wonderful weekend ahead, and I will see you on the next videos this week. I should say this weekend and next week. So take care, my creatives. Wherever this finds you on the time-space continuum, morning, noon, or night, I hope that you are feeling all the love. It's so here. It is very here. Take care, my lovelies.